It's actually in front where
Who
it
is
was.
she?
I have no
She
idea.
asked us if it was okay. We said we don't care.
The Protecting Our Democracy Act will ensure that no president can abuse their power and weaponize their office for political or personal gain. It will bar our elected leaders from placing their own personal and financial needs above the needs of the American people. It will do so through a variety of means, including the expedition of congressional subpoenas, the protection of whistleblowers and inspector generals. It'll provide an enforcement mechanism for the emoluments clause. It'll stiffen penalties under the Hatch Act. It will strengthen the independence of the Justice Department and ensure that no president can violate the law with impunity by tolling the statute of limitations for violations of law either before office or during office by a president of the United States. It will better protect the Congress's power of the purse and put limits on presidential declarations of emergency meant to circumvent the Congress's power of the purse.
To top it off.
I mean, that's the.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It has very strong support here in the House. It should have strong support in the Senate. There are many provisions within this bill, components of this bill, that had primary Republican authors in the past. I think there ought to be a view among GOP members of the House conference as well as the Senate that these are good government reforms no matter who the president is.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman. When we talk about this legislation, we're talking about restoring ethics and the rule of law. We're talking about establishing key safeguards. Our founders, in their wisdom, had a system of checks and balances and separation of powers, and they had guardrails for the president, and one of them was the Congress of the United States. They could foresee a rogue president, human nature, but I don't think, could foresee a rogue president and a rogue Congress, and that's what we had.
Do you think that this can pass the Senate, where the filibuster requires 10 Republican votes to pass legislation?
This is important regardless of whether the former president runs again or we have some other president in the future who intends to break down the guardrails of our democratic institutions. So we view this as important for all future presidencies. And we hope that our colleagues across the aisle will view it the same way. They're as mindful as we are of not wanting to see these abuses take place again. They certainly wouldn't want a Democratic president to abuse their power the way the last president did. So I don't want to discuss our private conversations at this point. Thank you.